You know, Micron is investing $100 billion to build chip factories. Yeah. An area the size of 40 football fields. Well, across the country, over the next 20 years, we're going to create 50,000 jobs across the semiconductor supply chain. 50,000 jobs. And by the way, if you work in one of their fabs, you know how much you make? You don't need a college degree. $110,000 to $112,000 a year. Folks, look, we've ignited a manufacturing boom with your help. Semiconductor boom, a battery boom, a jobs boom. All along the way, with your help, we've cut the federal deficit as well. We cut the deficit by doing all this by $1 trillion so far. The biggest reduction in history in deficit reduction. I've signed legislation that's going to cut the federal deficit by another $1 trillion over the next decade. It's clear we have the strongest economy in the world, and that's not hyperbole. We have the strongest economy in the world today. Nearly 15 million new jobs created, a record. Growth is strong, wages are strong, rising faster than prices. Inflation is down, more to do. And folks are starting to feel it. Positive consumer sentiment surged 30% last 3 months, the biggest jump in 30 years. We've got more to do. I'm not suggesting it's done yet. America has filed a record 16 million new business applications, the Vice President talked about, across the country since we came to office. And with your help, every one of those filings is an act of hope. Think about it. It's an act of hope. Investing, they have they believe they can do something. And we're just getting started. We're going to keep fighting to lower the cost to families and everything from prescription drugs to housing. For example, we capped insulin for seniors in Medicare at $35 a month instead of as much as $400 a month. Well, let's make that $35 available to everyone in your states. Everyone. That and other actions of lowering prescription drug costs are not only good for the people, they save the taxpayers billions and billions of dollars. The action on prescription drugs thus far has already reduced the deficit by another $160 billion. Hear me? $160 billion, because Medicare is not paying out $400, they're paying out $35. Taxpayers are being saved money as well. And by the way, they're still making a profit, in some cases of 300%. Because we don't have to pay these exorbitant prices, we're also lowering housing costs to boost supply. Today, with your help, a record 1.7 million housing units are under construction nationwide. We know we need more. And I've sent Congress an ambitious plan to do more. I appreciate your help. We'll get it passed. We're partners in this work. And you've been leading the way before us, many of you. There's one other piece of unfinished business I want to talk about, the border. My first day in office as president, the first bill I sent up a comprehensive plan to fix the immigration system. And I think you all have at your table, if I'm not mistaken, because I don't want to take the time to go into all the detail, a fact sheet on the bipartisan border deal. And it's titled Fact Sheet, Impact of Bipartisan Border Deal on Funding Border Operations. And it lays out all the things that it does, that compromise. We introduced a comprehensive plan to fix the system. It included funding for high-tech border security, legal pathways for dreamers, address the root causes of why so many people are fleeing to the southern border, to avoid violence, corruption, political instability, natural disasters. Folks, Congress has had a long, proud history of bipartisan history on immigration reform and abiding by our international treaty obligations, which we signed related to immigration. These reforms made America a nation of laws, a nation of immigrants, and the strongest economy in the world. But something changed. Over time, our laws and our resources haven't kept up with our immigration system, and it's broken. And our politics has failed to fix it. That's why months ago I instructed my team to begin a series of negotiations in a bipartisan group of senators, Democrats led by a very conservative Republican who did a hell of a job, to fix our immigration system. I provided each of you, as I said, a fact sheet with a detail of that bipartisan deal. The bipartisan agreement represents the most fair and humane reforms in a long time. I didn't get everything I wanted in it. It also includes the toughest set of reforms to secure the border ever in history. The Border Patrol chief himself said, We need more people. We need more agents on the line. Our bipartisan bill got the Border Patrol agents they need. It funds and hires 1,500 more agents and officers, 100 more immigration judges, 4,300 more asylum officers to get asylum decisions in months instead of years. Right now, they come through the border, an asylum. They not able to see an asylum officer. They get a bracelet and they get put in the country and they come back in 7 years. Come back in 7 years when we're able to hear your case. Provides more cutting-edge inspection machines to detect and stop fentanyl getting across the border. It funds what many of you governors need to help shelter migrants as a win for the future of the American people and a win for your states. But then, as we all know, petty politics intervened. The Speaker of the House has refused to vote on the bill, even though, again, there's significant support. Every Republican I've talked to your Republican colleagues. There are the votes on that floor to pass that bill. All of a sudden, people started to go silent, but they're in a tough spot. Tell that to the Border Patrol that we can't get this done. They support this bipartisan bill. Tell that to the Chamber of Commerce, the National Chamber of Commerce, who supports that proposal. Tell that to the Wall Street Journal editorial page that supports this. There are governors in this room who support it. Strong minorities oppose it, but a significant majority in the House and Senate support it. Folks, doing nothing is not an option. Compromise is part of the process. I didn't get everything I wanted in that deal. We didn't deal with dreamers. We didn't do a number of things I think we should do. But you know, it's a positive step, a significant step. You know that. You deal with this every day. Some of you deal with it every single day. You have real skin in the game. So if this matters to you, it matters to your state, tell your members of Congress or stand in the way. Show a little spine. Pass the bipartisan security bill, notwithstanding you may reap the wrath of one or more of your colleagues. Look, it's the strongest border deal our country has ever seen. It also includes the most fair and humane reforms for legal immigration in a long time. Let's get it done. And by the way, speak to your agricultural communities and ask them if they need temporary workers. Why are we making the kinds of progress we're making economically when the rest of the world is in a standstill in agriculture, basically? Look, let's keep working to fix the entire system. I hope you all can help. Let me close with this. I appreciate Governor Cox's effort to make the mission of the NJ to get those of us who disagree with one another to listen to one another, to treat one another with a sense of dignity and respect. That's what you guys do and women do more than most. That's essential in the part of America. That's how we get things done. That's how democracy works when it works. It needs to be able to have that kind of exchange. And when folks in your state look around and see more factories coming in, more shovels in the ground, more people going to work, more access to affordable internet, I hope they feel the pride in their hometowns, making a comeback, the pride in America. Folks, I know some people think I am a little too optimistic. I'm an incredible optimistic, but I'm more optimistic about this nation's future than I've ever been. You just have to remember who in the hell we are. I mean this sincerely from the bottom of my heart. We're the United States of America, for God's sake. Nothing is beyond our capacity. When have we ever set a national goal we failed? When? When have we ever not come out of a crisis stronger than we went into the crisis? Nothing's beyond our capacity when we work together. So let's keep working together because you're the best hope we have, the governors. And God bless you all. May God protect our troops. Thank you.